Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Rag Plays Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It has been quite some time since we last booted this game. I think it was all the way back in November of last year, just before Christmas, that we called a halt and stopped playing. It's just before October now, so it's the perfect time to start playing some KotOR again, so here we get back into the swing of things. Last we left off, we were just finishing up Tulok Horde's tomb, and I think we were going to be heading over to Marka Ragnos' tomb. I rewatched the last video I recorded just to get myself caught up and looked at my reminders and all that stuff, so let's get going. I think we're going to delay going to Ragnos' tomb just yet. We're going to do a little bit more exploring. I think we might head back to the Academy first. Actually talk to Uthar about some of this prestige stuff that we've got done since then. I also wanted to head back into Drushday to see if Dak is hanging around for us there. He's actually... that's where he goes after we met him in the valley and spoke to him with Jahani. I want to see if they have any more interaction if we go in there and maybe take a look. And maybe after that's done with Jahani, we'll grab Jolie and swap him out. Before we do that, I'm going to head across the valley and actually take a look at the entrance of Nagasato's tomb. We can't go in there right now, but we can loot this stuff that's right outside of it, so we'll do that. Metal box. An advanced adrenaline amplifier and a med pack. Alright. I assume it's going to stop us from even... excuse me? This is not supposed to open? What? Okay, I have to know. Is it just gonna halt us once we get in? This is crazy. This has never worked before. Ah, yes, there you go, right there. This door is locked and will not open at the moment. I hope we can get back out of here, though. Wasn't expecting for us to even be able to get in. I don't think I've ever tried before then. Alright, well, the more you know. Wasn't anything else here, was there? There's a footlocker, but you can't open it. Recheck the metal box to make sure we've got everything, and let's take a look at those items that we just received. The advanced adrenaline amplifier, I don't know if we had one of those before, but certainly take a look at it. Saves reflex, +3. This device is an improved version of the basic model, increasing effectiveness with fewer occurrences of side effects. It improves reflexes by triggering prolonged bursts of adrenaline. Okay, that's cool. Bastila has the power belt on, and Jahani has the Verpine cardio regulator, which is an advanced fortitude belt, basically, or a cardio regulator. It's just called Verpine for whatever reason the devs decided to call it that. We also got some other item in here. A med pack, that'll come in handy, I'm sure. Not that they heal very much anymore. But, certainly better than a kick in the pants.
Yes?
Okay. I'm gonna go and have a word with these archaeologists. I don't know if we spoke with them before. What are you guys doing?
The tombs are full of traps and droids that still work, it looks like. Stay out of them if you can.
So I've noticed thus far. Run into a lot of deadly stuff that would kill a lesser
Sorry,
prepared
I
party.
can't talk. We have to excavate this valley with hand instruments. There's all kinds of old traps left behind that still work.
No power tools for you guys.
I'm not here to get you out of trouble if you do something stupid, student. Enter the tombs at your own risk.
So noted, so noted. I'm going to avoid Marka Ragnos' tomb for the time being. This place looks great. Every time I come back, I'm always just looking around and enjoying myself. Lollygagging. There'll be more of that. Don't worry. If you're not used to me delaying for lore purposes and all this other stuff, you've come to the wrong place, my friends. I think I've changed it all in the last year. I have not. It's not that type of game anyway. Where is my music? Thank you. I wish that was on a longer loop. I've probably said it before, but I'll say it again. back into the academy. I should be using force speed to get around a little bit more quickly, but I don't know, I've never really gotten used to it. I never picked it as one of my skills for the longest time when I used to play this game, and I'm never used to using it as a utility, you know what I mean? To actually increase the speed of conveyance. It's not something I think about doing, and again, I'm not doing it now. I guess we'll just be a creature of habit and be set in our ways and incapable of learning anything. Look, it's Shardan.
Ah, what is this you bring me, Shardan?
It is none other than the sword of Ajunta Paul, Master.
Fool. All the trouble you went through for your deception, and you did not even make an effort to verify the sword's authenticity.
Master, but what do you mean?
There is no place for fools amongst the Sith. Begone.
Oh no! Who could have done such a horrible thing? What a tragedy. Can't even loot him either. We can't actually pick up the sword that we gave him. And Telemachus is kind of happy about his deception paying off. However, I think I re-added it myself. Yes, I did. I gave him the silver-lined one. And as an expression of me actually picking up the fake sword off of his corpse. Since the game doesn't let me do it, I just added it back in myself. Cathar.
Do not forget our agreement regarding
Yes,
Ysoa's
yes.
treachery. We shall put her in her place.
Don't worry.
Should you reach the final test, that is.
There'll be many people who are put in their place after the final test. Alright, so we have a few options here that we can tell him about. For now, I'm definitely not gonna give him the sword. I'm gonna tell him about those renegade students to start with.
Ah, the ones I ordered executed for their mutiny. It's done then.
Yes, they are all dead.
Indeed. We checked the caves and found only a couple of bodies. Perhaps the Shirak ate them. It is just as good, I suppose. The lesson is learned, I believe. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
Well then, we will just have to, maybe try and, impress you a little further with some of the other feats that we've accomplished thus far. I think we'll go with option 3 for now. Maybe that will be enough to get us over the top with him. I have found Jorak Olm, the hermit in the hills.
Ah, my old master. Still, unless you bring back something of his, some writings or similar, I am unimpressed. Jorak's fate means nothing to me.
Well, that's a problem. Well, we could turn in that tablet written by him, the primer he gave us on the Sith hieroglyphics that he found in Tulak Hort's tomb. I suspect that's one of the more important things, though. I'm not sure Telemachus would want to hand that information over to the Sith, so I might avoid doing that for now. We could also give him the Jedi holocron. It's actually a Sith holocron that we found in the gullet of the Tukata, but again, for the same reason as the writings, it'd be something he'd be very reluctant to do, and the sword is an absolute no-go, just for the mere fact it's an artifact. So I think for now we're going to say we're going to be on our way and go take a look back at the
You have gained considerable prestige.
settlement.
You are very close to the end. Do not falter now.
Oh, don't worry, I won't. Journal entry added, experience points received, 110. Take a look at that. Completed quests. Now it said we had... Okay, Renegade Sith. Even though you had freed the renegade Sith students from the Chirac caverns, you were also able to lie to Master Uthar and inform him that his problem was taken care of. Technically, it's true. They are gone. Either way, you've earned prestige amongst the Sith for the deed. Very good. And, that's really all there was, wasn't there? So, well, that quest is done. Aiding last show, again, we have the holocron that we have to decide on. We have Jolee and Jahani to deal with, and I really would like to start progressing Jolee's character quest a bit. We get him so late in the game, and by the time you can even have any conversations with him, you're already almost done, so I want to move that along quickly. The Hermit in the Hills. We have to deal with whether we want to give that tablet or not. The Gizka, the Rogue Droid. We have not done this yet. The Rogue Droid is holed up in the Tomb of Marka Ragnos. We're going to be doing that. That's most certainly something that we're going to tell Uthar about, because it's relatively mundane once we deal with that. We have, of course, unfinished business. We got to deliver that box to Mata the Hutt, which we definitely won't be opening, guys. Definitely not. The Geno Harridan that are apparently on Manan, so that'll be our next stop. We're heading to Manan next, in case anyone's wondering. Mission's brother. Did we ever go and see him to see how he did? We should probably do that. We need to go and collect our money. Way of the Sith. We have to betray one or the other of the Masters. Quest for the Starforge. Obviously, Canderous. We'll be talking to him once we leave the planet. And HK. We'll try and make an attempt to repair him before we leave as well, I think. Okay. Okay, this is the door out, isn't it? Yes, to Day. Okay. Well. I was, Can we actually swap our characters from here, though? No, I can't, so I actually do have to get out of here. I think we'll head on over to have a quiet word with Dak first. Like after seeing the interaction between Jahani and him, he just wants to reassure himself that Dak isn't going to cause any problems for the group. It would be pretty bad if he had an entire Sith Academy suddenly turn hostile against him when he's deep in the middle of enemy territory and hasn't even got what he's come for yet. So, he's got to put his own mind at rest there. Also, I got to put my own mind at rest, because I'm not sure if Dak sticks around for after we finish with Korriban. I think he might pack up and leave, so I just want to ensure that that's not going to be the case. Weird music cut out there. Should be in the cantina, I think. Yes, indeed, there he is. Dak Vessar. Let's make sure that Jahani is in a sensible position. Not facing a wall or something.
If you must know, I intend to take the first ship off this rock. Why should that interest you? I trust you got whatever you wanted from the tombs?
How do you know Jahani, anyway?
Why don't you ask her?
Because I asked you.
She and I were students together at Dantooine for a time. We were close, and we shared doubts about the Jedi's ways. I left for the Sith because I thought it would be better here. It looks like Jahani changed her mind and stayed with the Jedi after all. Your doing, maybe? Anyway, I'm done with the Jedi, the Sith, and with her. Just leave me alone.
Why are you leaving exactly?
I already said, didn't I? I don't want to still be around when they start asking questions about you.
Just so long as you're not the source of the questions. But where will you go?
Why do you care? I've no intention of opposing you.
Perhaps you could go back to the Jedi. I did.
I don't know. I'll think about it. Just leave me alone, Jahani.
What if I said I'm not going to just let you leave?
Is there some reason you should stop me from going? Are you afraid I'm going to tell someone you're here? What are you going to do? Kill me?
How do I know I can trust you not to betray us?
I may have studied with the Sith, but I've no special loyalty to them. You can believe me or not, as you wish.
And I suppose I'll have to believe you. Don't make me regret it.
Then leave me be.
Very well. Then I shall leave you be. Before we get out of here, however, I think I'm going to have a quick conversation with Jahani. Be off in this corner just to see if she has anything to add about Dak here. Let's try and get her out of the way, away from prying ears.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about your past.
I have told you my life story already. What more could you possibly want to know? Well, there is one thing I did not want to mention before, because I was unsure how you would react.
Why would I react badly?
You will see. Perhaps. Do you remember when I told you of the Jedi who had come to my world to fight the Mandalorians? They were recruiting soldiers for their crusade against the Mandalores. Many people joined them.
Of course I remember.
The main reason for that was their charismatic leader, the one whose troops freed me and let me dream of seeking out and joining the Jedi Order. I idolized him and the stories they told of him. He was everything I had dreamed a Jedi could be. I still believe he was that way. I was hesitant to talk to you about this because, well...
Well, what?
The Jedi had come to fight the Mandalores under the leadership of a powerful young Jedi, a Jedi named Revan.
Revan? You mean...
The Revan. The Jedi who turned to the dark side, became the Dark Lord of the Sith, and was defeated by Bastila and her strike team. I do not know what happened in the wars with the Mandalorians that turned Revan and Malak, or what they sought with these star maps. But the Jedi I knew was a paragon of the Order. I am sorry if this seems wrong to you, but to understand, you must realize that Revan was as great as a Jedi could be. Whatever turned Revan must be terrible indeed. I wonder if what we find at the end of our journey will turn us as well.
Why are you telling me this now?
This is meaningless speculation, I guess. I just wanted you to know what I held for you. But rest assured that I will not hold back. If our enemy is Malak, Revan's apprentice, or indeed, even if it was Revan, I will help you through all trouble. Such is the will of the Council, and my own.
Journal entry added. Let's see here. Jahani. Jahani has revealed that it was Revan's army that freed her, and it was Revan she idolized so much. Maybe she will tell you more in time. While it warms Telemachus' heart that Jahani has vowed to stand by him unto the very end, he can't help but feel the overwhelming amount of anxiety being projected by Bastila through their bond at the mention of Revan. And he wonders what aspect of Jahani's words has her so fearful. He's beginning to sense that there's something wrong about Revan's fate, that she's hiding from him, and it chills him to the bone. He's got to put it out of his mind for now. With that out of the way, I think we'll go ahead and head back to the Ebon Hawk. Mac doesn't like what's going on here. He's gonna have to, I don't know, talk to Jolie or something to see if he can shed any light on the matter. Get some old man wisdom on the go. Also, it'll give me a chance to upgrade my lightsabers, if I so choose, since there's no workbench in Korriban for whatever reason. Or in the Academy, rather. What the heck?
What the hell is your kind doing here? Bad enough I have to deal with all these other idiots, but now there's a stinking Cathar on this world, too?
I have as much right to be here as you do, sir.
Just ignore him, Jahani.
Yeah, do like the Jedi tells you and back off. Your people are pathetic. There's no wonder we crushed your world so easily.
What? What do you know about my world?
I know enough that... Hey, wait a minute. You look familiar somehow.
What? You?
Do you two know each other?
This doesn't concern you, Jedi trash. Now where could I have... No, he's dead, and she likely is too.
What are you talking about?
Maybe I was wrong. Still, I think a specimen like you would be a nice addition to my collection. So, what would it take, Jedi, for you to sell your pet here to me?
She is her own person.
Now don't be so selfish. We both know Cathar aren't real people anyway. The females make amusing pets, but the males should be put down like the animals they are. I remember one time on Taris.
What? What did you say?
Calm down, Jahani.
What did you do on Taris, you scum?
Put one of you down like the animals you are. So easy. Then I saw one of the females on the auction block. But those darn Jedi.
It was you.
What? Me? Oh, now I recognize where I've seen that face before. You were the little Cathar I was going to purchase. But those Jedi came and stole my pet away from me.
You were buying Cathar slaves.
When I was fighting with the Mandalorians against the Cathar, I developed an appreciation for these creatures. They make excellent servants if properly trained. You Jedi act all prim and proper, but inside you must feel the same way I do about the lesser, non-human species. The Sith at least let their feelings show on the outside.
You. The homeworld.
Come now. Will you let your pet go? I'm sure we can come up with a price we both think is fair.
She is not for sale.
And I will see you dead for what you have done to my people.
Hold on a second. Don't be hasty.
There is no emotion.
There is peace. I will remain calm. I am a Jedi now. My lust for vengeance must be curbed.
Yes. Say no to the dark side, but I will have you yet. Ha!
Journal entry added. Threat from Zor. Jahani ran into a being named Zor who bears her race a special grudge. He was a member of the fleet that attacked and destroyed her homeworld, Cathar, but was crippled during that fight. He has since tried to take out his pain on all Cathar he can find. When Jahani had been sold into slavery for her parents' debt, Zor was the one who tried to purchase her. Revan's army stopped him for that time, but he has not forgotten her. He has sworn to get his revenge upon her and her people, and you don't know when or where he'll strike next. Jahani, though, lusts for his blood. Jahani?
My Cathar blood seethes at the thought of that man still running free. I cannot stand still while I think about it, but I will not give in to the dark side either. He will pay for his crimes, though. He will most likely be following us. Me. If we could find him first, then he may not be able to set in motion whatever he has in store for us.
If we find him first, we will end him. I promise you that. With that out of the way, let's go have a chat with Jolie. If I can remember where he is. I think he's over here. Yes, indeed.
Got something on your mind, dude?
You mentioned something about your adventuring days.
Did I say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older.
So you weren't an adventurer?
Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you?
But you've already said so much. I'm curious.
I'm not here to satisfy your curiosity. No staring at the old man. That's what the sign says, damn it. Besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history. Probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact.
Yeah, well, old people love to talk about history. Proven fact.
Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see absolutely everything. Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolie Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career.
You were a smuggler?
Don't look at me like that, damn it. I wasn't always the wrinkled coot I am now, you know. I can still fight, too. So wipe off that smirk I see there. At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people starving and poor, all the better to oppress them. The Senate was trying to negotiate a peace, but they were getting nowhere as usual. I decided I wasn't going to wait. I found myself a ship and a partner, and we began smuggling food and supplies to the Yukata citizenry through the blockade.
Was it very dangerous?
Oh, it was. I was a half-decent pilot in those days. And with the Force guiding me, we made it through some tough spots nobody else would have.
You were a pilot, too?
Pilot, smuggler, several other things, too. Or did you suppose I was always a crotchety hermit?
I still can't believe you actually did that.
Why not? There were millions of people crying out for aid. What else was I supposed to do?
So where did you get all the credits for the supplies, anyway?
Well, we didn't buy all the equipment, per se. Some were happy to donate goods. Some we just, knew had more than they could use.
So you stole it?
Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the Force had abandoned me, as I remember.
Maybe it should have.
Oh, so you're going to speak for the Force now, are you? I deserve to crash, is that it? Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. That day was the day
That was the day you what?
Well, that was the day I met my wife.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It's all right. When you're digging through the trash, you shouldn't be surprised when you encounter something unpleasant. If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies.
Journal entry added. It's too bad, Jolie. I'm sorry to hear about your wife. Right, so we've got all these journal entries. I don't know why those ones are still showing up. Definitely gonna have to deal with that threat from Zora. I've never actually done that quest before. All my time playing Knights of the Old Republic. I'm eager to see it. Jolie Bindo. You got Jolie to talk a little about his adventuring days, and during his tale he mentioned the fact that he had a wife. He didn't want to talk about her, but you might be able to ask him about it later, once you gain more experience. We'll surely try that, but first, let's see if he has anything else to say.
Got something on your mind, dude?
It doesn't look like he has much else to talk about. I think we'll leave it for now, and actually bring Jolie along as a replacement for Jahani after we mess around with our lightsabers.
Let's play with the old man's head, is it? He's half senile. He'll forget I said anything. Wait, what was this about anyway?
We definitely don't want to be bringing Jahani out onto Korriban's surface or in any of the tombs where the influence of the dark side is so strong after she's undergone such an emotional event as meeting her former captor. It would not be a wise thing to do. And she's just her blood's up. It's just a disaster waiting to happen, basically. So we'll grab Jolie instead. But for now, let's take a look at the workbench, and actually, you know what, we're going to take a look at the inventory of people first. Jolie, or Jahani, rather. We're going to give her Jedi Knight robe back. I think she was wearing this one, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it the Jedi General robe? I don't remember. We will go with this, and I will check the recording between sessions. She's got her purple lightsaber. I think she always had that, so that's perfectly fine. Or was that Bastila's? That was not Bastila's. Bastila used to wear her own robe. Jolie, though. Since Jahani won't be coming with us and you will, you'll be grabbing this dark Jedi robe. We're gonna have to swap out your lightsaber crystal for a red one. Because, you know, gotta keep with the theme. For now, though, let's upgrade our items. Let's start with the ranged stuff. I'm not sure if we got any upgrades for any of these, but it's worth checking over, I guess. Everything looks in order there. Armor. Calo Nord, I think that's on Canderous right now. Ichani is on Karth. Republic Mod Armor is on mission. Darth Bandon's Fiber Armor, I think, is about to be on mission, to be honest with you. Is that also light? Yes, it is. Difference is immunity to mind affecting on this armor. That's actually really good for mission. Let's see what bonuses that Bandon's armor gives us, though, other than the fire resistance. Let's upgrade that and then put these on and see what it does. Immunity to mind affecting, so that's good. And it ups the dexterity bonus to 7, in fact, so that's just like a flat upgrade. So, yeah, definitely going to be switching that on mission. Of course, Revan's robes as well. I don't believe I've upgraded them, and I'm not gonna. I guess I want to avoid contact with those as much as possible over the next little while, and I'm not sure how successful he's going to be able to be at it once he... well, once future events start occurring. Let's look at the melee weapons. Bacca's Ceremonial Blade. As upgraded as it can be. Mission's Vibroblade. I didn't really purchase many melee weapons in this playthrough, and then this prototype Vibroblade. The lightsabers are the interesting part, though. This is Bastila's. This is Jolie's, so right away we're going to switch this to a red crystal and assemble. That's Jahani's. She's got her regular crystals there. None of these are, how do you say it? None of these are equipped. Let's upgrade our cruciform lightsaber and see if there's any interesting crystals we can apply. What do we have in there right now? An Aphila crystal and a Sigil crystal. The Sigil crystal does what? Attack bonus of 1 and an energy bonus ID6, or 1d6. That's pretty good. I like that crystal usually, and I also love the Aphila crystal, which is energy 3, massive criticals 2d6. That's just flat damage for us as well, so I think I'm going to leave mine be. We've got these Bondar crystals, which I may have to look into. I actually like the chance to stun, and I think that's really useful on most people's lightsabers. I'm going to look at Basila's. She's got a Bondar crystal, she's got a Rubat crystal, and Rubat crystals are pretty trash. Attack +1 and damage +1. There's definitely something better we can throw in there for her. That's an attack bonus of 3. That's not amazing. An Aphila crystal, definitely better than the Rubat crystal for sure. There's also Fond. 1d6 physical damage. Then there's Furkran. Attack bonus of 2. Damage bonus versus racial group 2d6 energy. Versus droids. Okay, so that's the droid killing lightsaber crystal. I don't know if I really want Bastila to have that. Physical damage is cool, but not that cool. That's maybe one for Jahani right there. 1d6 physical would be useful on her. The droids, maybe Jolie, I'm thinking. But for Bastila, I think we're going to go with this Aphila crystal. She's got 5 to 23 damage. What was she doing before? 3 to 21? Yeah, it's just flat out better. Let's assemble that. Yeah. And then we'll look at Jolie's lightsaber. He's got a rough cut Upari crystal, which already has bludgeoning 1 to 6 versus droids, and then damage +3 physical. What does this do? Physical damage and droids. Okay, so cancel that out. We're going to keep Jolie in the same theme. What does this do? Next door crystal. Grants the keen bonus, which I'm not big. Well, keen just lowers the critical threat range, and he's not really geared to criticals right now. Why don't we stack the racial bonuses versus droids? That might be a plan, because I like that actually. Upari and Furkran. It's +3 physical damage, so he's actually doing 3 damage there. What's this? Wait a minute. 3 to 18 versus... What does this do? Am I going crazy? 2 to 6 energy. Okay, 2d6 energy. Why is that not being listed then? That's weird. The +2 is being listed. Okay, there it is. Damage 216 bludgeoning. 3 to 18 versus droids. I'm a little confused. Alright. Oh, whatever. Attack modifier +2. What was it before, though? Throw that next door crystal back on there. +1. So he was having a harder time to hit, but he critted easier. Yeah, we're definitely getting rid of the next door crystal. We're going to upgrade that with the Furkran. And then lastly is Jahani's lightsaber. She's currently rolling a very high AB. I might switch her to Fond instead for one of those. Maybe Fond and Bondar. Yeah, because she's just... Keen isn't going to do her a whole lot of good, so I'm going to switch her to Fond and Bondar. That will get her 25% chance to stun. She's not gonna have as easy of a time hitting with this setup. Let me just take one last look at the options we have. So the diamond crystals are attack bonus crystals. I can make sure she's hitting at all times, and that is really useful to have 3. I definitely don't want the Rubat crystals anymore. We've already outclassed those. Keen is a nice modifier, but it's not that great for critting. Yeah, I'm content with that, I think. Jolie and Bastila. So both Bastila and Jahani have the chance to stun with their lightsaber. I like that. Jolie has a droid dissembler, and I have just sort of flat damage, and yeah, that's it. Just damage and attack modifier. Alright. That'll do. Before we go, I don't think I actually fixed up mission here. Hey Karth, by the way, what are you using there? Brejik's armband, huh? Oh no, that's Canderous, whoops. Do we have another Arcanian energy shield? We don't. We're gonna have to buy one for Karth. Jolie's got his 2 on. Mission. Why don't we throw on Bandon's fiber armor, because it's just a flat upgrade. Let's actually go and take a look at you in that, because that, I imagine, will look pretty good compared to what she was looking before. Oh yeah, that's much better. Way, way better. Let's actually even compare and contrast here. Mission. Let's put the mod armor back on. So this is before. And this is after. And yeah, it's just so much better. So much better. Only problem is that red stripe. I kind of wish that wasn't there, but oh well. It'll do for now until we get, like, something a little better. Maybe that light exoskeleton on Yavin 4. Anyway, we're going to wrap up this episode, I think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 party members. They're going to be Bastila and Jolie. I think that makes sense. And I'll see you all next time.